Happy Saturday. She is cute. She looks so good on camera. Girl work. Okay, so this is my Dieffenbachia camouflage and she's getting huge. Okay. As you know, I struggle a smidge, don't judge me, with Dieffenbachias. So I wanted to try these new planters. Now I received these planters from this company called Naked Root. I did not purchase these planters myself, but I am trying them out and I'm sharing my experience with you guys. I went on their website and I looked at their website, and let me tell you, I was super impressed by what they're doing and how they look after plants. They're not just pushing out plastic pots, but they're actually doing some research and studying and making planters that give plants the air that they need. So first, let's get into what I actually received. So sent these things to me in the mail. I did not purchase these. So, okay. I love unboxing stuff in front of y'all. Some fluffity fluff. Ooh, I thought the color would be darker. Okay. All right, let's see. I got some instructions. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to share the company's name just yet, but we'll see. Okay, and I will spoil it. Because I think I'm not going to be able to hide the company's name at this point. Love it. Look at that color. I love that color. Okay. Apparently, I'm not going to be able to hide the company's name, which is fine, right? Okay, so what do we have here? So the company Naked Root reached out to me and wanted to know if I wanted to try their breathing pots. I think that's what they're calling them. Roots that breathe, right? So they sent 3 of them to me. One is an 8-inch. They sent a 5-inch and a 3-inch. Okay. I'm excited. Like I said, I did not pay for these. They sent these to me for me to try out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through the instructions and I'm going to follow the instructions to the T. You know, normally I would just veer off and do my own thing. Actually, I thought they were going to send me more pots, so I would have been able to do both what they say in the instructions and what I wanted to do, but that was not the case. So they did send... Let me just show you what they sent me. So in your packages, what I'm assuming you will get, the pots that you chose, watering instructions here, planting instructions here. Okay, here I got, it gives you watering instructions here and dry cycles. So the way I understand this works is that you put your soil and your plant in the pot. You make sure that you get your soil down in the areas at the bottom of the pot. And let's see if I can take this out so I can show you. So you make sure that you get your soil down in these bottom parts. So it's 2 separate pieces. This is where the water will go. You pour the water in this hole here and you fill up the bottom, and then this is where your plant will grow. Yes, go. And so you make sure that you fill in the soil into all these areas here, and there is a method to the way that you water and a dry cycle. So I'm gonna read through all of that to make sure that I understand, but I just wanted to let you know, it fits a certain way, I suppose. Yep. Okay. I just wanted to show that they actually send the instructions on how to do everything. So I love the color. So just off initial, I love the color of this. I wanted like a deep charcoal gray to kind of go with my decor. I was gonna choose a green, but sometimes greens can be a little funny. And so I just wanted something a little more neutral and let my plants be the color. But yes, this is what what it looks like. The pot itself, all of these are holes. So you see, your roots will get a lot of air. I love that. I went on their website because, you know, I'm not going to just try anything. I went on their website and they have been working with plants for a really long time. Their outside garden is phenomenal, right? They also have a YouTube channel. And one of the things that they believe is that air to the roots is the thing that makes plants thrive. And that the air, the roots is what helps to purify the air in your home versus, I thought it was the leaves, but they're saying it's the roots. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I really wanted to try a plant that I struggle to keep alive. Before I go there, let's finish unboxing. Okay, so this I believe is the 5-inch. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. The design is really cute. Very simple. This little hole is not just the sun, it's where you actually put the water for the reservoir. I love that. And this thing fits really far down into the reservoir. So I really like that. And then we have that is the cutest little thing. Look at that. That is so cute. I love it. I love this color. Okay, and so there's a little shelf at the bottom here. You see this that little piece right here? It's a shelf that sits, I guess it sits on this to keep it from falling down too far. But there's a lip on the top of this too that will keep it from going down. I really like this. This is really a neat system. Okay. All right. So if you like this kind of content, you would absolutely love our community. So don't forget to hit that like button. If you would love to join our community here on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you know when I put out a new video. And if you want to be a part of the fam, go into that description, find that link. You will get a DIY bug spray for your plants and you will get my newsletter. You will become a part of the family. All right, let's get back into it. Okay, so that was a couple of weeks ago. Life was lifing and I wasn't able to plant up right away. I originally thought that these planters were like self-watering planters, but I want to say emphatically that they say it on their website and everything that they are not a self-watering pot. So I took the middle road and decided that I wanted to plant my Dieffenbachia, which is in a 4-inch, into this planter, which is a 5-inch. So what I want to do is I want to share the experience of my first pot up with you. I will definitely come back and give you results in about a month or two. I feel like that would be a good enough time for me to know whether or not this is actually working for me. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to let you know that this was actually potted up in May of 2023. So she's been in here for about a year. I don't really want to disturb her. I have no plans on changing the soil because this is already good, fresh, new soil. I just want to put some in the bottom and top dress her. So before we get started on me potting this up, let me give you a couple of facts about the planter itself. There are instructions on the website and we're going to go through that for both the planting and the watering. I could use this probably as a self-watering pot, but I want to use it the way it's intended to be used. So a couple of facts. Like I said, it's not self-watering. It is actually it has wet and dry cycles. So, and that's going to be explained in the instructions. When you go to water your plant, you're going to water in the reservoir and you're going to pay attention to how long it takes to dry out. And then once it dries out, you give it a little bit more time and then you fill the reservoir back up. So it allows the plants air, because of course it has little holes. These are little holes in here. It's going to allow the roots air, but it's also going to have water at the bottom so that it has that wet and dry cycle. A couple of other things, and I'm reading from the website so that I don't make sure that I don't miss anything, is these are called aeration holes. They are designed to allow air to get to the roots. Okay, so let me read from the site. It said root oxygen promotes vigorous root development and enhances plant growth with increased root respiration, along with billions of additional feeder roots created by air root pruning. One more thing. Now they're saying that it's going to reduce up potting, and I guess because the roots will have both air and water, and because the roots won't be coming out. Once again, this will be something that we'll have to find out in the future, because right now I don't know that. So let's get started potting up. Okay. So as you see, we have instructions here, and the instructions are telling us to fill the bottom third of the planter with the soil or the planting media. So another thing I wanted to say is that with these planters, you can use if you use pine or leca or any other media, you know, like I'm using cocoa core, but if you use pine or leca, you can use those rooting medias, not rooting medias. You can use those regular medias as well. So I'm going to, let's see if I can get you guys to see down a little bit. Okay. You'll just have to see my chin. Okay, so I'm going to fill the bottom third of this with soil. And this is pretty much my regular soil mix. Cocoa core, charcoal, pumice, diatomaceous earth, some worm castings. So I'm going to just fill the bottom part up. I think, yeah, let's go. Okay, now I guess it's normal, as me doing some research on here, is that you are probably going to lose some of the soil through the holes in here, but the instructions are saying to fill the bottom 1/3 of the inner planter with soil or planted media, taking care to fill the corners in the wicking zone. So as you see, I have it in there pretty good, and I'm kind of just using the the scooper to kind of make sure I have everything in the bottom. Okay, then I'm going to place my planter in. I'm going to clean my plant up a little bit because I got a couple of little spent leaves, and I'm just going to take and ooh, she dry. Ooh, look at those roots though. Okay, look at my roots. I'm not going to mess with anything. I'm just going to leave it just like that and put her right in here. And then I'm going to fill the rest of it in. I'm going to backfill or side fill, or however way you want to describe this. And today we are just going to do one pot, and that's because I originally was going to do one extra, but I decided against it. I'm making a thorough mess here. But I think you guys can see, which is the point. Let's see if I can get you to see a little bit better. There we go. So I'm just filling in. And yes, some of the soil is coming out of the little aeration holes, but that's fine too. So I'm filling in. And I like to tap it because that's going to keep. And I'm pressing down, but only just enough to kind of, and you know my favorite thing is to press down on the sides of the inside of the container, and that sort of what I have found for me is that helps to kind of stabilize the plant and to keep it from wobbling. And then I just come back in and put a little bit more soil to fill in that little. Perfect. Look at that. We are done. Okay. So it's giving us some more tips on, like, it's telling us to ensure the soil is dense enough to support your plant. I think we're good. And then it tells us to thoroughly soak the soil from top to bottom. Okay. So let's get that part done. I'm gonna put my little back in here because we need to keep up with her name. Like her name bracelet. So this is some water and some juicy juice. And I'm going to thoroughly soak this. And this soil was originally dry, like never been wet before. So I'm kind of going over it pretty good. It's flowing right out though. I like that. Okay. I'm gonna give this a couple of seconds and let that. Okay, so while I'm letting that kind of soak up the water a little bit, because like I said, this has never been used before soil. And so I find that this cocoa coir takes up a lot of water the very first time you put water on it. So I'm going to let it do that first, and then I'm going to water it again just to make sure that the core actually got wet. But in the meantime, in between time, let me give you an update on my sterling. Now I know I had some cuts, and those propagation cuts did not, they did not make it. Okay. Let's just put it out there. They didn't make it. However, I do have a little bit of an update on the stump that was in the soil. Okay, so I repotted. I have to sneeze, it's coming. I repotted this. I took it out of the big pot because it was, you know, this whole thing was in a huge, like, gallon-sized pot. And so I was worried about her roots. I figured that she had no leaves and I was a little concerned about her roots. So I took her out of there, checked on her roots, and her roots are looking pretty good considering she done been through a traumatic experience. But look, this is the best feeling in the whole wide world, is to see green coming out of the soil. I can only imagine this was what gardeners feel like, is when you see that green coming out of the soil. That is life, and life more abundantly. I am so excited. Now, what I would love to see is for her growing something on the side of one of these root growths or root nodes, growth points. But I'm happy with what I have right now. I'm so excited about that. So I have been actually keeping this in a propagation box. And the reason being is because I didn't want to keep wetting this soil. I was a little nervous that I was going to rot her out. You see, I had lost already the 3 cuttings. So this is it. If this doesn't work, I have no more sterling. So I'm excited about that, y'all. I'm excited. So these are the only 2 Dieffenbachia I have in my entire collection. And I love Dieffenbachia, but I have a degree on killing them, okay? I have a master's degree in killing Dieffenbachia. Apparently philodendrons are on the list too. So anywho, yeah, I'm excited about that. So I just wanted to show you an update. Yay us. Okay, so I hope, it's hard to tell whether or not she actually is watered thoroughly or not, really, because it's so many holes. But one thing I will say is that one thing I will say about the cocoa core, which I love, is like they're like a sponge. So once they do start soaking up water, which is the same with bottom water, and then they start wicking in some of the water. So I like to put a little water in and then let it soak up a little bit and then come back and put some more. And if I still see water running out the bottom, which I kind of do now, then I feel like, okay, she done soaked up as much as she can. But I don't believe that she did, because I still feel like I see dry soil. Okay, let's read the instructions one more time. It says thoroughly soak. It says soak the soil from top to bottom. Well, it's definitely flowing out the bottom. You can see that. So when I put more water in, it's coming out the bottom. You can see it kind of coming through a little bit. So we shall see. Okay, so number 6 says place the inner planter inside the outer planter and then follow the watering instructions above to fill the reservoir. So maybe, just maybe, okay, so the watering instruction says simply add water through the watering hole. So this is the watering hole right here. Simply add water through the watering hole until the reservoir is filled to just below the hole. I kind of feel like, should I have watered? But it told me to water it, so I watered it, and it's now saying how to add water to your naked root. Okay. I kind of feel like I'm supposed to just, oh, she heavy now. She's getting there. That's for darn sure. Okay. So we're going. So I'm going to put water in here, and I'm going to fill it up until it gets to, and I guess I could have probably pulled this from the top. Oh, but I wanted to have the plant in here, so that way I won't do too much. Okay, so she's at the top. It's really hard to see from here because I don't want to spill water. But she definitely went to the top. And you can actually see. Now, one thing I would like to say is that sometimes with self-watering pots, I know this is not a self-watering pot, but sometimes with self-watering pots, it's really hard to be able to see the water, but you can literally see the water. You can put your finger in there too. I mean, you gotta have some pretty big fingers to not be able to get your finger in there, but okay, this is a problem. Why does mine have a hole in it? We're gonna try this one more time. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's not gonna work now, is it? Okay, well, there's that. I am going to reach out to them because I've had nothing but great customer service with them. So I'm going to reach out to them and let them know that the planter I received was faulty. However, I do have another one here. This is a smaller one, and yeah, the difference is that I can see where this one actually has, it looks like maybe in production, maybe there was some sort of little blemish here. This one does not have that, so we're gonna just put some water in this one just to make sure. And I see no drips. So I think we're good. I think it was just, and it's got holes on the side, Yvette. So yeah, don't do that. Okay, so this is the plan. The plan is for me to actually figure out, I'm going to contact them and hopefully they can replace this reservoir so that I can actually use it the way it's meant to be used. I love the fact that it has a lot of holes on the side of it though, because that, even though I'm an underwaterer, that gives me permission to water it as much as I want to, or at least, you know, until I can get the reservoir. So this is the plan. The plan is for me to use this as directed for a couple of months, right? I want to see, ooh, I got a little growth going on the side, y'all. Oh, so I'm so excited. Oh, yes. Ooh, let me show you. Oh, it's dripping right here. Get off of there, right here. It's a growth. I'm so excited. It's not a root. It's a growth. This is a root right here coming off, and it's gonna go into the soil. But that is a growth. It's coming up. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. So the plan is for me to grow this in this planter. Hopefully it won't grow out of this planter too soon. Now the claim is that because of the way the roots are able to grow into the pot, that you won't need to up pot as often. So we'll be able to test that, and I'll be able to see whether or not the plant is responding in a way and growing in a way that feels like it's doing a better job than regular planters. If you would like to try these planters out, look in the description. There is a discount code where you will get 20% off. Yvette 20. The code is Yvette, YVETTE 20, and you will get 20% off of your purchase. When you shop, I'm an affiliate, so I will get a kickback. Now, we are going to test these planters and we are going to give our honest opinion. So right now I have no opinion. The only opinion I have is that the customer service is fantastic. I was really impressed by the work that they're doing with plants. They do a lot of plants that are growing outside, where they start them indoors and then take them outside, and their root growth and their garden is absolutely phenomenal. So check their website out. Their website their website really shows the work that they're doing, and I was super impressed by that. So we're gonna check back in about another month or so to see how this plant is doing. And let me tell you, I am truly vested because I put my Dieffenbachia in one of these planters. Okay, so if no one else has said it to you today, have a great day. Bye. Happy Saturday. Look at her. Isn't she cute? I'm gonna stop screaming. Oh Lord, she leaked. Oh my goodness, baby girl. We're gonna have to find you. I wonder. Okay, I'm gonna contact them and let them know. Yes, you got some weight on you now. You look cute though. Honey, don't she look cute? She looks cute in this planter. I love this color. Okay. I love this color. She is going to be so cute. She got another baby coming too. Look. I'm so excited for her. Okay.